to you. Happy birthday to you.
He is the man with the smile that won't quit, surrounded by family and friends as he celebrates his 44th birthday.
Happy birthday, Juice. It's a pleasure being out here with you.
But OJ Brigance has lived a life of stark contrasts. This former pro football player, who sports a sparkling Super Bowl ring, is now paralyzed and confined to a wheelchair.
I learned a life lesson through football early on. I learned that quitting is never an option.
Stricken with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS, a disease that progressively attacks the nervous system, Brigance must take every breath through a ventilator, communicate every thought through a voice that's generated by his computer.
It tracks the movement of my pupils and allows me to type with my eyes like others type with their fingers.
Born and raised in Houston, Brigance played football for Rice University, then the Canadian Football League, and finally in 1996, number 57 made it to the NFL. He played first for the Miami Dolphins, then joined the Baltimore Ravens in 2000. They went on to win their first ever Super Bowl that year. You made the first tackle of the game. What was it like?
I remember seeing the thousands of flashbulbs sparkling in the night. It was my dream come to reality.
Still, the team didn't re-sign him after that big win. He played a few more years for other teams, but plagued by a long-time back problem, decided to retire in 2003. That's when the Ravens called him back, this time to be a counselor to players and a spokesman for the team.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Ravens Report. I'm OJ Brigance. A tough game.
His wife, Shanda, was by his side through it all. Married for 20 years, they still joke about their first meeting. She thought he was poorly dressed. Why did you keep going after her when she didn't seem interested?
Rita, look at this. Look at me.
Didn't need to be dressed because I had the goods.
Their life seemed golden until...
While playing racquetball over the course of a few weeks in 2007, I began to notice increasing weakness in my right arm when swinging the racket.
Then Shanda noticed something too.
It was one night and OJ was asleep and something just woke me up. And so I felt his muscles just jumping.
After a battery of tests, doctors diagnosed ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease.
The biggest shocker from my research was that ALS was a fatal disease with a 2 to 5 year life prognosis from onset.
That was 6 years ago, and OJ Brigance has not only outlived predictions, he has also become the heart of the Baltimore Ravens, continuing to counsel and rally the team.
Wow, man. Brother, all things are possible.
Even as his health was declining,
get ready for something great.
Even as he lost the ability to speak on his own. Former team captain Ray Lewis.
He's the example of what it means to be faced with crucial circumstances. And because of your mindset, you can live through anything.
Brigance still goes to the office 5 days a week. He says it gives him a reason to wake up each day. You seem so upbeat despite all of this. Do you ever get angry and frustrated?
I have experienced 2 times where I have been overcome with the weight of the diagnosis, but once I dried my tears and stopped feeling sorry for myself, I realized that God had given me the strength to handle this assignment.
But year after year, Ravens head coach John Harbaugh has always believed in Brigance.
OJ, you got the game ball.
Some of his counsel now is just by who he is, just by his life, by his presence, by how he attacks every day. you know, the enthusiasm that he brings to it and the strength. That's counsel enough.
OJ and Shanda have started the Brigance Brigade, a foundation that raises money to help others with ALS. The cause of the disease is unknown, but a study released last year did find evidence that professional football players are 4 times more likely to die from ALS than the general population. In fact, in the recent landmark NFL settlement on concussions, players with ALS are eligible to receive payments from a $675 million injury compensation fund. Do you worry that playing football could have been a cause of this disease?
Absolutely. You think about it all the time. I mean, I think the players especially think about that, and I know the NFL is doing a great job of trying to take the head trauma out of the game as much as they can, and that's what we should be doing.
Have you ever thought that football could have contributed to this situation?
I don't know. And that's the honest truth. I absolutely do not know. But what I can say is that I am absolutely 100% on board with them finding out to see what is causing it.
What's up, OJ? How you doing? She said time to go home. You better go.
Meanwhile, OJ concentrates on his work counseling the Ravens. And remarkably, he's also managed to write his life story, fittingly titled Strength of a Champion.
I would spend entire days typing until my eyes were crossed, and of course there were computer issues. I thought that I had saved my work only to find out it had been erased, and I had to type everything over again.
But then OJ Brigance has never been one to give up. These days he communicates with players like star running back Ray Rice, mostly through email.
Doesn't matter what's being said in it, it's the fact that he took his time to think about me while he's going through his situation. So I think that's a bigger stat than scoring a touchdown.
Rice and the rest of the team say the fact that Brigance watches almost every practice keeps them on their toes.
He's fully there, and that's just one of the things that shows you, he's never out. You can never count him out.
Indeed, last year, after the Ravens won the Super Bowl,
You see that grit in team advisor OJ Brigance?
he was right there with the team when they made the traditional champions visit to the White House. And Coach Harbaugh says OJ Brigance will always be the Ravens' secret weapon. People don't think of football teams as warm and cuddly, as places that nurture people in this kind of way.
Sure. Sunday afternoon is a sort of a battle, The point really is that, there's a place for love in everything, in every place.
Even football.
Even football. To me, that's what OJ makes kind of obvious.